Your cat is curled up comfortably on your lap, purring loudly, and then suddenly, they start methodically moving their front paws, sometimes even extending their claws. Sound familiar? This ritual, often called kneading or making biscuits, seems incredibly sweet. But what's truly going on behind this behaviour? Is it just a cute habit left over from kittenhood? Or is it complex behaviour with deep evolutionary roots? Today, we're going to dive deep into the mysteries of feline psychology and uncover all the scientific secrets behind this amazing action. Prepare to be surprised. You'll learn that this isn't just a simple instinct. It's an entire language your cat uses to communicate trust, comfort, and even a connection to their wild ancestors. First, let's define our terms. Kneading, paddling, making biscuits. These are all names for the same rhythmic movement where a cat alternately presses its front paws into a soft surface. This surface might be your blanket, a pillow, another cat, or, most commonly, you. This behaviour is innate and is observed in cats worldwide, regardless of breed or age. For many owners, this action is the undeniable symbol of ultimate comfort and feline well-being. But zoologists and animal behaviour specialists see a whole complex of causes in this seemingly simple movement, ranging from the physiological to the deeply emotional. And the very first, most fundamental reason takes us back to the start of a cat's life, to that moment when the world was warm, safe, and smelled of mother's milk. The primary and most fundamental theory about the origin of kneading, often called the milk step, is simply an instinct carried over from kittenhood. Picture a tiny, blind kitten, snuggled up close to its mother. To stimulate milk flow and supply from the mammary glands, kittens instinctively massage the mother's abdomen with their small paws. This action is directly tied to survival. The more vigorously the kitten kneads, the more nourishing milk it receives. This reflex is so powerful and so profoundly associated with feelings of absolute comfort, warmth, security, and satiety that it remains hardwired in many cats for the rest of their lives. When an adult cat kneads your blanket or your lap, they are essentially regressing to the state of a carefree kitten, subconsciously reproducing the actions that once brought them warmth and sustenance. It is, in essence, a return to the safest, most secure period of their life. Let's dive deeper into the mechanics of this process in kittens. This paw movement, kneading, is far from chaotic. It's a highly purposeful action. The pressure applied around the mother cat's nipple activates crucial hormonal processes, specifically the release of oxytocin. This hormone not only triggers the milk let-down reflex, but also strengthens the emotional bond between the mother and her kitten. Therefore, for a kitten, this kneading motion is more than just a means to get food. It's an act of communication that reinforces the connection with its mother. This core association, where massage equals comfort and love, is imprinted at the deepest, most subconscious level. So, when your adult cat performs this same action on you, they aren't asking you for milk. Instead, they are recreating a ritual that, in their mind, is inextricably linked to the sensation of maternal love, care, and absolute tranquility. But childhood memories are just one piece of the puzzle. The key to the second important reason lies deep in the anatomy of the feline paw. Located on their paw pads are specialized sweat glands that release a unique scent, pheromones. While these chemical signals are completely undetectable to the human nose, they serve as the most powerful communication tool for cats. Think of it as leaving their business card. When your cat is kneading any surface, whether it's a cozy blanket or your brand new jeans, they are actively depositing their individual scent onto it. In doing this, they mark the item, or in your case, they mark you, as their property, establishing it as their safe and familiar territory. It is an act of claiming, but in the most positive sense of the word. The cat is essentially telling the world, or any other animal, this is mine, I feel safe and secure here. Continuing the discussion on territorial marking, let's focus on the specific moment when you become the object of the milk step. Why does your cat bypass the nearby couch and choose to knead directly on your chest, stomach, or legs? Simply put, This is the highest expression of trust and affection. By marking you with their scent, the cat isn't just staking a claim. They are actively integrating you into their world, into their personal safe zone. In her mind, you now smell, correctly, like family, something familiar, reliable, and secure. This is her ultimate way of solidifying the social bond. Essentially, she's blending her scent with yours, creating a unique, family perfume that is deeply soothing and gives her a profound sense of stability. So, if your cat regularly gives you this specialized massage, consider it the highest compliment you could ever receive. You are truly her person. Now let's travel thousands of years back in time to examine the wild ancestors of our cuddly house cats. They didn't have soft blankets or cozy human laps waiting for them. To sleep or rest, they had to create their own dens, usually right on the ground or deep within the tall grass. And this is where the action we now call kneading acquired a crucial, practical meaning. Wild cats would use their paws to flatten grass, leaves, and small twigs, creating a comfortable, soft, and secure nest for themselves and their young. This motion not only compacted their bedding, but also allowed them to check for hidden dangers, be it a snake, a scorpion, or even a sharp rock lurking in the vegetation. This ancient survival instinct for preparing a resting place is so deeply ingrained in feline behavior that our domestic pets still follow it today, even when they are resting on the softest feather beds imaginable. The theory about nest preparation has another equally compelling explanation. Kneading or making biscuits is also a crucial way for cats to test the surface for comfort and safety. Before settling down and fully relaxing, the cat, just like any living creature, needs to ensure the spot they've chosen is absolutely perfect. By rhythmically pressing down on the surface, they are essentially scanning the area. Is it soft enough? Are there any hidden hard or sharp objects underneath? Is the surface stable and supportive? This instinctive ritual confirms to the cat that they have selected the ideal resting place, a spot where they are safe, secure, and can fully let down their guard. So, the next time your cat is kneading your blanket before sleep, they are performing the final quality control check of their soon-to-be bed, honouring the ancient wisdom of their wild ancestors. Without a doubt, one of the most obvious and most rewarding reasons cats knead is simply an outpouring of love and affection. As we already know, this biscuit-making behaviour is deeply linked to the most positive emotions from their kittenhood. So, when your cat starts kneading near you, it is a clear signal of profound attachment and pure happiness. It's their non-verbal way of saying, I love you, I trust you implicitly, and I feel just as safe and content with you as I did when I was nursing with my mother. This action is almost always accompanied by loud purring and those telltale squinty eyes, which only reinforces the message. Your cat is experiencing utter contentment and wants to share that feeling of bliss with you. It is truly one of the most sincere and touching gestures in the feline communication arsenal, and it's something we should absolutely cherish. Kneading is more than just a way for cats to interact with the world. It's a powerful tool for self-soothing. Like humans, cats experience stress, anxiety, and worry. The rhythmic, monotonous pumping action of their paws has a deeply meditative and calming effect on their nervous system. This process helps them lower their stress levels and return to a state of emotional equilibrium. You've probably noticed your cat start kneading, or making biscuits, right after a vet visit, following a loud noise or during any other unfamiliar or tense situation. This is their method of coping with distress, restoring a familiar feeling of control and safety through this comforting action they learned as kittens. You can think of it as a form of feline meditation, or perhaps the equivalent of a person mindlessly fidgeting with an object when they are deep in thought or feeling uneasy. When a cat is kneading, it often slips into a very unique, almost trance-like state. Its gaze unfocuses, the eyes become heavy-lidded, and the purr deepens, growing loud and resonant. It's as if she completely tunes out the external world, immersing herself in purely pleasant sensations and distant memories. This state of pure euphoria is triggered by the release of endorphins, the brain's happiness hormones. The rhythmic motion stimulates their production, bringing the cat both physical comfort and emotional satisfaction. She is genuinely getting a natural high from the process. This confirms once again that for a cat, kneading isn't just a mindless action. It is a profoundly enjoyable and vital ritual that allows them to achieve a state of complete relaxation and true bliss. It's important to note that not all cats knead or make biscuits in the exact same way. The style of this action can vary widely. Some cats are very gentle, barely touching the surface with their paw pads, keeping their claws completely retracted. Others, however, really get into the process and extend their claws, sometimes digging them quite noticeably into your skin or clothing. It is crucial to understand that your cat isn't doing this to be mean or trying to scratch you deliberately. Extending their claws is simply part of their instinctive behaviour. First of all, it helps to activate the scent glands on their paws even more effectively. Secondly, in the wild, this action allowed them to grip the surface better when they were preparing a nest or a den. If your pet's claws are causing you discomfort, do not scold them. Instead, just gently trim their nails or place a thick blanket or cushion underneath their paws. What if your cat never needs its paws? Should you worry that something is wrong with them, or assume they don't feel affection for you? The answer is straightforward. No, absolutely not. The lack of kneading, sometimes called making biscuits, is a completely normal behavioural variation. Some cats simply outgrow this kittenhood habit, much like not all adult humans continue to suck their thumb. Your feline friend might express comfort and attachment in other ways, such as head bumping, rubbing against your legs, loud rumbling purrs, or simply insisting on being near you. Every cat's personality and habits are unique. Therefore, the absence of this specific ritual doesn't mean your pet is less happy or loves you any less. They are simply using a different language to express their deepest feelings. More often than not, kneading is accompanied by that other iconic feline sound, purring. This combination is perhaps the most powerful signal of contentment and comfort a cat can give. Like kneading, purring is deeply rooted in kittenhood. Kittens purr while nursing to let their mother know that everything is fine and the milk is flowing smoothly. So, when an adult cat is both kneading and purring, they are simultaneously deploying two of the strongest signals from their baby arsenal to show you their utter bliss. It's a dual confirmation that right now they feel completely safe, surrounded by love and care, just as they did when they were snuggled up next to their mother cat. This is the perfect harmony of feline happiness, and she's choosing to share it specifically with you. Let's dive even deeper, right down to the hormonal level. When a cat kneads, especially when they are touching their beloved owner, their body releases oxytocin. This is the same hormonal response humans have during pleasant social interactions. Oxytocin is often called the love hormone or cuddle hormone because it drives the formation of social bonds, trust, and attachment. Simultaneously, and as we've mentioned before, the cat is also releasing endorphins. These act as natural painkillers and create that feeling of blissful euphoria. This powerful hormonal cocktail creates a strong positive feedback loop. The cat needs, feels good, and is then encouraged to keep going. And for you, the owner, stroking a purring cat can also stimulate your own oxytocin production. This makes the entire interaction mutually pleasurable, strengthening the bond between you both. Although kneading is overwhelmingly normal and healthy behaviour, in extremely rare cases, it can become excessive or compulsive. If your cat kneads for hours on end, ignoring food, playtime, and social interaction, or if they do it so aggressively that they injure themselves or damage the surrounding items, this could be a sign of a compulsive disorder or severe anxiety. This type of behaviour can be linked to significant stress, sharp changes in their environment, or underlying health problems. In such exceptional cases, it's worth consulting your veterinarian or a certified animal behaviourist to determine the root cause of your pet's distress and help them return to a normal state. But again, these instances are incredibly rare. Your cat's usual daily kneading should be a source of joy, not concern. So what should you do when your cat's love gets a little too intense and those sharp claws start digging into your legs? The most important thing is never to punish your cat for this behaviour. She won't understand why she's being scolded, because she is simply expressing her love and trust. Punishment will only scare her and damage the strong bond you share. Instead, use gentle correction methods. The moment you feel her claws extend, gently slip a thick blanket or a pillow under her paws. You can also try carefully redirecting her attention to a favourite toy. Regularly trimming her nails will also significantly reduce your discomfort. Your goal isn't to ban the affectionate action itself, but to make it comfortable and safe for both you and your pet. Often, cats don't just need people. They turn their attention to inanimate objects like soft blankets, plush toys, sweaters, or pillows. The underlying principle is exactly the same. First, they gravitate towards soft, pliable surfaces that mimic the warm, yielding feeling of their mother's belly. Second, they actively mark these items with their scent, essentially turning them into safe anchors within the home. A blanket smelling of both the cat and its human provides an incredible source of comfort. Sometimes during kneading, cats might even start sucking or nibbling the fabric, which further mimics the nursing process from kittenhood. This is completely normal behaviour that helps the cat feel secure and relaxed, especially when you're not around. Are there any differences in this behaviour based on a cat's sex or breed? Currently, there is no direct scientific evidence proving that male cats ned more often than females, or that certain breeds like Siamese cats are more active kneaders than, say, Maine Coons. This behaviour is universal across the species. However, we can observe individual differences, which are usually tied to a specific animal's personality and early life experiences. Cats that had a stronger bond with their mother, or those who are naturally more affectionate and human-oriented, may display this milk treading more frequently and vigorously. So ultimately, it boils down to the cat's individual personality and life history, rather than its breed or gender. Let's bust a common myth. You often hear the claim that cats who actively knead or make biscuits do so because they were separated from their mothers too early. The logic seems straightforward. The kitten didn't get enough maternal care and is attempting to compensate for that lack. However, this assumption is not supported by science. In reality, this familiar pawing motion is demonstrated by cats who stayed with their mothers for the standard 2 or 3 months, and even by those who remained with them much longer. As we've established, kneading is an innate comfort instinct, not a sign of psychological trauma. Quite the opposite, in fact. A cat that feels safe enough to regress to that vulnerable kitten-like state is fundamentally a happy, secure, and confident cat. To sum it all up, we can confidently state when your cat is kneading you or making biscuits, it is one of the strongest signs of trust and love she can possibly show. In that moment, she is completely vulnerable, regressing back to the state of a helpless kitten. She chooses to do this specifically with you because she sees you as her ultimate source of safety and comfort. She's blending her scent with yours, officially marking you as part of her family. She's preparing a nest right there on your lap, signalling that no place in the world is safer or better for her. This is a complex, multifaceted ritual, combining survival instincts, ancient ancestral memory, and a profound personal attachment. Treasure these moments, because this is a true, undeniable feline declaration of love. So let's put it all together. What looks like a simple, happy pause routine is actually a complex tangle of ancient instincts and deep affection. It's an echo from kittenhood, when that very motion signalled a full belly and the warmth of mum's care. It's also their way of scent marking you, telling the whole world, this is my human, and this is my safe territory. And yes, it's a ritual inherited from their wild ancestors, preparing a comfortable nest in the tall grass. But above all, it is the most sincere way they can express absolute happiness, profound trust, and deep love. It's truly amazing, isn't it? That one simple motion can carry so many profound meanings, linking your domestic purr machine back to its wild nature and the very beginning of its life. So the next time your cat starts this ritual on your lap, you'll know it's not just a habit, but a deep message addressed specifically to you. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. If you learned something new and interesting about your furry friend, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on other mysteries of the animal world. And now we have a question for you. Tell us in the comments, how exactly does your cat knead? Do they do it often? And what funny stories do you have related to their happy paws routine? We genuinely love to read them.